So just going to pull focus on this. Okay. This laid in.
All right, man. Okay.
Do this real quick and then we'll...
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, ready? All in season 2. Brandon Staley, take 1.
Another year of it.
Here we are.
Here we go! Here we go! On the move!
What we're hoping to create here is a standard that goes beyond winning.
Brandon Staley, 38 years old, is now the head coach of the LA Chargers.
No! Bump it!
When you say we're all in this together, you gotta show that.
Derwin, you got me, babe? First time, brother. First of many. You gotta be more physical!
Nice ball. I'm completing the pass today.
You gotta put the focus on the Los Angeles Chargers. We don't need to worry about anybody else. Is everybody on board with that? Good.
Right end, nowhere to go. Ball on the ground. Who's got it? Chargers do. And it is broken up by Derwin James.
Without this guy, this whole movie's different. Game ball, Derwin James.
Picked off by Derwin James. Let it fly.
As long as you think there's pressure, there is pressure. There should be no pressure when you go out there and play. It's stuff that we've done our entire lives.
Launches deep. Jalen Guyton, what a throw! 35th touchdown toss, a franchise record.
In life, you're gonna go through ups and downs.
To have Sean Slater, that's perfect.
You're going to see this team challenge supremacy in the AFC for a long time.
The division is where you have to start everything. And to be a champion, those are the challenges you're hoping for.
The Chiefs at the Chargers. They could surprise everyone, and we could have a new narrative on the AFC West.
Let's fight for each other all day. I promise we won't like what we see.
There's always games that players, they just mean a little bit more to you.
Mahomes tries to drop it off. Herbert, here comes the rush. Throws toward the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Chargers! We knew this was going to be a great game. We had no idea how great it was going to be. Why not go to overtime? A touchdown ends this game. Home shotgun snap, looking left now, middle of the field. There's Kelsey again, and he breaks the other way, has a lane, still on his feet. Kelsey into the end zone, game over, Chiefs. Absolutely heartbreaking.
Chargers-Raiders rivalry is one of the most intense rivalries in the National Football League.
And it's 4th down and 2, and the Chargers love to go for it on 4th down.
Throws, caught. Jalen Guyton. 2 seconds left. Here is the season.
Caught in the end zone by the big body Mike Williams. Insanity.
29s, we are in overtime. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is over for the Chargers. The Chargers season has come to an end.
I think the knives are out for Brandon Staley.
Chargers aren't going to the playoffs.
I want to quickly, we spoke right after the season. It truly feels such a long time ago. But I'm curious, based upon how you felt sitting in the chair that day, and sitting in the chair today, when you look back on that day, what do you remember?
I remember just being really disappointed that it was over. I think I had invested so much in that season, and for it to finish that way, you just didn't feel like you had a lot left. But at the same time, you had a lot left because you certainly weren't planning on it being over. So it was like dealing with both parts of the emotional spectrum. But then I think what I remember about it was I knew the work and I knew what was ahead, and that was energizing. And I knew that we had to get moving and that I had to get moving. I think that you always look inward And that's what I was trying to do after, those 2 games specifically, but a full season.
Hey man, good to meet you.
Chris, it's great to meet
Brandon
you.
Staley.
Yeah, you're the man.
Pleasure. Oh, here we go.
That's how competition is you experience something tough like that, you're going to learn a lot from it, and it's going to drive you to where when you get an opportunity the next time, you're ready to knock it down.
There he is. What's up, man? Look at you. I know.
The Chargers, you guys fell short of the playoffs, but there was definitely an identity to the team. You guys swung the bat. The identity of the Chargers going into 2022 is what?
We need to become a complete team, and I think that's what I've been trying to focus on, every day since.
All right, we'll leave that there for right now. We do have some breaking news. Adam, what can you tell us?
This offseason, it felt different. It was very much like a baseball trading deadline, baseball offseason, where it was people just stockpiling, and now you're one of your rivals did this, and now you got to do this, and then they did this, and now we got to do this, and
then you see Russell Wilson comes to the division, Devontae Adams comes to the division, and your eyes grow wide.
Jim, what do you make of what the Chargers have done so far?
You saw this team very aggressively address the defensive side of the ball.
I mean, going to get a guy in Khalil Mack and you pair him up with Joey Bosa.
Defensively, I mean, adding Khalil Mack, having a healthy Derwin James, this defense, Brandon Staley, he knows what he's doing already, and now you give him more weapons.
They could have stopped the Khalil Mack, said, we're set, we can go to battle. No, they didn't.
You go get a lockdown corner. I mean, this team has all the pieces.
The AFC West is stacking up.
Oh my God.
I think this is going to be crazy.
Here they come.
Okay, AFC West, we see you.
It's, in my opinion, the best division in football. You can start with the quarterbacks.
Russell Wilson, you got Derek Carr, you got Patty Mahomes. Justin Herbert's a problem too.
I think it's great because you want to play the best, and if we want to be the team that we want to be, you have to go through teams like that, and you have to play the Patrick Mahomes, the Russell Wilsons. They've all got weapons, and they've all got pretty good defenses too, and so it's definitely going to be a challenge. But for us to be the team that we want to be, the team that we think we can be, we're up to the task and looking forward to it.
From your perspective, what is the national temperature on what the expectations are for this Chargers squad?
I think nationally right now, it's real easy and comfortable and just convenient to just AFC West and just talk about this team. Oh, there's so much talent, and oh, there's so much potential. None of that really matters. Every year is a different year.
With the 17th pick.
With the 79th pick.
123rd pick. The Los Angeles Chargers select.
You have a picture with our head coach.
Are you ready to come in here and compete, brother?
Do you feel like as a team, you've accomplished your goals, onboarding new people who are veteran presences or draft picks, whoever, that you feel like they've been onboarded properly and ready to roll?
Yeah, I think you made a good point because it's onboarding a lot of different, players because, we talked in the springtime that over half of our team that was at our final game is not on our team now. And so, you're changing over half of your team. And so I think what we've tried to do is really get these new guys, some of them veteran players, some of them rookie players, that there are types of guys, and that they can fit in with the current guys we have on our team who we believe in so much. It's one thing to bring in good players, but bringing in the right players is something different. And I think when we got to spring, we knew that we had a group that we were really going to like coaching, but that we needed to really bring together and to truly create our way of playing. All right, guys. First team meeting. All right, here we go. Rookie camp. All right, here we go. All right. So, all right, before we get going, I think that what we want to do is we want to introduce you to the team in the same way we introduced Justin Herbert, Derwin James, Joey Bosa. Same way we're going to do it with Khalil Mack when he gets here shortly. is we want to make sure that we don't skip any steps. I think you create a standard of performance that you're walking into every day. You're building a football career, okay? You're going to be a part of a team, an organization. You got to know what the philosophy is, okay, behind everything. And to me, it's really important that you know what you're getting into and why. In our building, we do not have a lot of logos, okay? We don't have a lot of slogans, but our way is the slogan, okay? And our way is relationships and competition. You know, for my philosophy and what I'm trying to do for this organization, for all of you guys, for everybody in here, all right, is to create something challenging, competitive, and impactful, where you guys can become your best.
Okay. Welcome to your first day of your rookie off-season program. Hit! Pick the pace up. Set. Hit! Get your rhythm, get your rhythm. 1. Great movement is rhythmic. Rhythmic. Hips forward. Bring your hips forward, not your torso. Hips forward more. The more I have a stiff trunk and can utilize that force, right, when we accelerate, strong, right? The more I can use that force, the faster I'll be, the better accelerator I'll be. So when you come out, you can, bam! That's pretty dang good, Zion. Better, good.
But this group right now that's looking at me, this is something special, okay? And you guys come in together as a rookie class. No matter how long you guys play, you guys are gonna remember that rookie class that you came in with.
Day one, let's do it.
How does it feel to be here?
Oh, it feels great.
Facility?
Feels great, you know.
You just got to get the speed.
You kind of work your whole life for it. Now that it's finally here, you want to get that you know, oh, I'm finally here thing out of the way and I can really get to work.
We're past all the draft excitement, okay? It's a lifelong dream to be here. That's great. That was an ending. This is a beginning.
Safety is the #1 thing. And bull technique we won't have here. So when I say you're done with a set, you're done. We clear? Here we go. Set 2. 1, 2. Come on, get up there. 3.
They want you to do things the right way. They have a standard of things. You know, you hear that come up. Those words come up in meetings. Standard, process. This is our way, which is our motto. This is our way, and this is what we're going to do. So, learning what it is to be a Charger.
Like I was in the secondary meeting today with Derek Ansley and Tommy Donatel, and they're coaching these guys. And there's nowhere like it in the NFL. I can assure you that. You can't talk about how to win enough. Hey, what does it take to beat somebody in the NFL? You need to know how to win an NFL game. It's got to be on your mind. You can't wait till tomorrow. You need to know right now. And I expect that from the coaches. I expect when Shane Day has that responsibility to coach the best quarterback in the NFL, I expect him to be worthy of Justin Herbert. And that's what you're going to get from us. You're going to get our best. Because I want something that's challenging. I don't want something that's easy for you. You gotta appreciate the people that have come before you, that have worn that bolt, that have kind of given you guys that chance to be a Charger. How many guys know who that is? Who is that? All right, pretty important guy. You're gonna see this guy around, man. This guy's unbelievable. Okay, who's this guy right here?
Charging through a junior layout. The Charger defense all fired up.
Bad man. Bad man. These are some of the great players that you know. Then there's some players even farther, and there's some of these all-time great players.
Just lay that ball up there and say, Lance, go get it.
You didn't invent the Chargers. They did. Well, I think that it's important for players who are new to the NFL for them to see what the NFL is and what it isn't. You know, a lot of these guys look up to a lot of the players that they're playing with now, and they don't truly understand what they're about to get into. And so I like to try and give them some perspective. All right, now, these are our guys. Because right now, you guys are all 21, 22-year-old rookies, okay? But on Monday, you won't be in the front row. They will. So you'll be a little bit farther back. But now, okay, Derwin James is going to be in your meeting room.
Come on, man! Let's go!
You're going to go have to deal with him. You're going to have to go block Khalil Mack and Bosa.
Here comes Bosa!
You 2, you 3. You guys are going to have to block them.
First and goal. Can he get in for the fourth time? He does!
All right, and then you got Austin Eckler. He scored 20 touchdowns last year in the NFL. 20.
Gets away from one defender. Throws downfield. Keenan Allen. What a catch. Herbert fires open. Making the grab. Mike Williams down the sideline.
Monday, that's who you're up against. Keenan and Mike. You DBs that think that you're great players. You guys got all sorts of confidence. Well, we're going to find out how confident you really are, how good you are. Because you got 2 $20 million receivers that play for us. Okay? And we didn't pay them that much money because they're just okay. They're really, really good. And that's who you're going to be facing. All right? So that's who you're joining up with, all right, on Monday. So you better get your minds right. Hey, you not know where to go. Hey, you finally got that 3 spot on. How does it feel?
Oh, it's good.
You ready to call some plays today?
Yes, sir.
Why is it so important for guys to be out here, even when it's not required as such?
Yeah, I think it's great team building to have everyone together and to have that camaraderie of being together and knowing each other.
How you feeling? Your body good?
Yes, sir.
Let's get off to a good start today, man. Huh? DP, what's happening, brother? Just single digit. I mean, I really think it'll bring out the best in you. Let's go, man. Hey, let's have it going today, boys. Huh? This guy, he's definitely going to play better. I mean, let's go, man. Let's get after it. All right, Zion. This makes me so excited because there are a lot of people here. This morning, everyone's saying, man, a lot of guys are here. I'm like, yeah, there are a lot of guys here because we got the right types of guys. Look at you. You'll be here the whole summer? Yeah, see, that's the thing, bro. Yeah. I kind of told these guys, I was like, you know, he's not one of these travelers, like, that's just going. I'm like, he likes to be in the, where, you know.
Exactly. So I got to find more routine.
You've been on a lot of good teams, but what do you think is that margin between Super Bowl champion and everyone else?
I think guys who talk about it and guys who want and guys who go out and do it. I feel like we've talked about it for a long time. It feels like we're trying to do it. I think that's the difference. You can tell from start to finish, the way he comes in the team meeting, the way he talks to us. But it's about trying to get that mindset and trying to go out and do it.
What you can't do, guys, is ever get bored of doing football. You can't. You've got to come in here with a great spirit to improve. Because there are 31 other teams doing the same thing. They've got a similar schedule, similar time. It's how you take advantage of that time. That's how we're going today, man. Yeah, bro.
The coach is growing. You got guys like myself, Derwin, Herbert, Khalil Mack's here. Joey Bosa showed up today. Mike Will's in the building. Those are guys who you don't expect to be at OTAs. And when we all show up, you know, it lets you know that we got something special going on.
Let's go, baby. Mind up. Get it out. Oh, right there.
Find a way to get north and south.
I want you guys to think about this concept of a gym rat. You guys get paid to play football for a living. In order to be good at it, you have to work at it. Right there, finish. There it is. Here we go, babe. Bring it in. Let's go.
Looking at this team holistically, the way it stacks up in the AFC West, how do you forecast this team's success this year with all these factors that we've talked about? Justin, year 3, these new additions. What are you looking forward to most with this, the way this AFC West schedule is going to play out?
In the 20 years since the NFL has gone to 8 4-team divisions, This is the best division, top to bottom, that there's ever been. Now, they've got to go out and play now. You know, they can't have a bunch of injuries. You could say that for any team. But, you know, I do think that people like Tom Telesco, who are just solid football people, are kind of sick of the hype. You know, they want to play the games.
Let's take our cameras and shoot them out west, back to Costa Mesa, where Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers are beginning their practice.
This tone for the season can really be set in training camp. Like, what is your level of competition? Because if you're not competing in training camp, you can't just expect to show up for week 1 and think that you're going to turn on that switch.
But on paper, this is the best the Chargers have looked in a long time, especially on defense.
The talent in this division is fantastic.
This team is ready to go. There's no excuses now.
Locked and loaded.
There's a lot that's being talked about with this group right now, and I never want to be the coach that's not addressing the truth, all right? And they're going to use words like talent and roster and pieces and Super Bowl and all these things. That shouldn't be your focus. It actually should upset you. When someone says you're a talented team or you're a talented player, you should be insulted by that. You should say, no, I'm a hard worker. No, I'm not a talented guy. I didn't just like show up and acquire all this stuff. I had to work for it, you know? And we're not a talented team. We're a tough team. We don't have a roster. No, we got a football team. We got an organization. We're about something.
Of course, on paper, it looks a certain way, but it's all about what we do with it, and it starts with the players. You know what I'm saying? It starts with us taking control of it and making it our own, and going out and having fun. And the only way to have fun is to win ball games.
Let me get some before we start. Yo, let's go. Let's go, CL. Okay, deep breath, Fawn. Let's get to it.
I think it's great. Everybody's showing up. Everybody trying to get their work in.
Let's go, big old line. Good D, boy.
Just trying to create the chemistry.
Oh, yeah. Up top. Ooh.
Trying to create friendship, the bond that we can get to.
Turn me up, my boy.
You know, get to it fast. Like you say, you only get one shot at it. Just gotta make it count.
Let's go. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Let's go, baby. Come on, D-line. Let's go, DBs. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, one line. This is where it is.
Our focus can't be on anything beyond training camp. That's what's directly in front of us, and it needs to be on our football team.
You come to training camp to gain things that cannot be measured. And that's camaraderie, that's togetherness, that's unselfishness, that's teamwork. So you take all this talent and this potential, and then you kind of forge it in the fire in what is training camp. And then we'll find out like who's ready to go win the AFC West. But they're not gonna win it because people pick them. If they win it, it's gonna be because they decide to put the work in and come together and forge a team.
Let's go!
Breaking news out of Los Angeles, and Derwin James' hold-in is officially over as he becomes the highest paid safety.
If you want to see more content like this, check out the link right here.